Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in AG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In VLSI Design, Chapter number 7, Sequential MOS Circuit. In previous video, we already see in terms of the sequential based circuit, we talking about a clock, we talking about the memory element, we talking about the flip-flop, and the flip-flop we design with help of the NOR gate and NAND gate. Right. So now we go ahead in today's topic. And today's topic is we discuss about CMOS logic circuit, SR latch based on NAND gate, and depletion and MOS load or depletion and MOS SR latch flip-flop. And also we discuss about the JK flip-flop, master slave based concept, and also we discuss about clock pulses of each and every type of flip-flop. Now the first, SR latch using NAND gate. So as I already told you, when we are talking about a sequential circuit, then we are talking about a SR latch based concept. We are talking about a NAND gate and NOR gate. That how we can design different types of flip-flop using NAND gate and NOR gate. In previous session, we already designed an SR latch using a NOR gate. So in today's session, we discuss about SR latch based on NAND gate. So as you can see, we are talking about the basic diagram. As you can see, this S and R input, NAND gate based SR latch, and Q and Q bar is your output. Fine. These are just the basic block diagram. Now you can see the internal diagram of it. As you can see, we designed with help of the NAND gate. So NAND gate, one S R input. Now the feedback. So Q feedback goes to the R and Q bar feedback goes to the S. So it became a feedback based concept, or we can say that it is a sequential mechanism for a specific SR latch using NAND gate. Now, as you can see, the SR latch have two complementary outputs. Means we have two outputs, Q and Q bar, and here some of the PPT or some of the book you can see Qn plus 1 and Q1 n plus 1. So I am taking about Q. You just assume that Qn plus 1 is equal to Q and Q1 n plus 1 is equal to Q bar. Fine. So as you can see, Q is equal to 1, then it is in set state, and if Qn plus 1 means if Q1 is equal to 0, then it is in reset state. So we can see the gate level concept as per the truth table, as you can see. Fine. If Q is equal to 1, then it is in set state, and if Q is equal to 0, then it is in reset state. So as you can see, Qn plus 1 is equal to 1, then it is set, and Qn plus 1 is equal to 0, it is a reset set. Now, as for the digital logic, we have two inputs, S and R, right? So when we are talking about two input S and R, then ultimately we have to take four possibilities with 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1. If you can see, if both the input is 0, then ultimately it's a not allowed set. How we can say it's a not allowed? Because in terms of the Q and Q bar is always complementary as compared to Q, right? So here Qn plus 1 and Q bar n plus 1. So Q bar n plus 1 is complement of Qn plus 1. So both the set or both the state cannot be equal, right? So it's called as a not allowed state. After that 0, 1, then as you can see the Qn plus 1 is 1, so it is in set state, so we can say that our output goes to 1. Now for S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 0, again S that Qn plus 1 is equal to 0 and Qr n plus 1 is equal to 1, so it is in reset state. So when we are talking about S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, then Q and Q bar is equal to hold state, right? So when we are talking about the truth table based concept using an NAND gate, you have to make sure this is the complementary of result. Now CMOS based circuit. So as you can see, we are talking about the CMOS based concept, and as you can see the design look like this, because ultimately we are talking about the two NAND gate. So two NAND gate, we have to design two input CMOS. So ultimately you have to design two NAND gates. So ultimately one NAND gate consumes two NMOS and two PMOS. So ultimately you can see here the 8 CMOS concept means 4 PMOS and 4 NMOS. So as you can see in this particular diagram, that S, you can see in terms of a NAND gate, the PMOS is connected in parallel and NMOS is connected in series, as you can see. In terms of the NOR gate based concept, it is a totally opposite operation. When we are talking about the NOR gate based concept, in terms of the NOR gate, we have to take PMOS in series and NMOS in parallel. But right now you can see the scenario is totally opposite, right? So as you can see, in terms of the scenario, we have to take a PMOS in parallel and NMOS in series. So as you can see, VDD is connected, PMOS is connected in parallel, NMOS is connected in series, right? And the output is drive to the next PMOS, and the Q bar output is drive to the next input of S. So we can say that this diagram is come from this particular diagram, as you can see already. This one. You can see the S and Q bar output is goes to the input with S, and the Q output is goes to the input with R. So as you can see, your result is look like this, right? So I hope that you are getting the idea that how we can design this particular diagram, right? So this diagram we can easily design and we can implement it in the software too, and also we can understand this diagram. Okay, so as you can see on that side, you can see the S is the input, so it is a combination of one PMOS and one NMOS. Now the output of next one is direct to the input of next S input, and similarly the output of Q is direct to the input of next, we can say that gate or with R input. Okay. Now I hope that you are getting the idea about SR latch using NAND gate. Now you can design the SR latch based on the load. So as I already told you, we have to take NMOS depletion load instead of the PMOS. So we are taking the one load transistor instead of the PMOS for one particular R, and for the S base concept we have to take again, for the S base we have to take one NMOS load again. So we remove the PMOSes. If we remove the PMOSes, then ultimately we remove two PMOS from S side and two PMOS from R side. So we can say that only one depletion load is there. So ultimately you can see, fine, only NMOS is there, we remove the PMOS, and it is a cross connection because of the connection diagram that we already seen in first slide. Okay, so it's a depletion load and MOS SR latch using NAND gate. So make sure that because depletion load and MOS SR latch is also available using NOR gate that we already did in previous session. Clear everyone? Still, if you feel any doubt, then you can tell me fine about the confusion of SR latch using NAND and NOR gate business. Now we move to the next topic and we discuss about SR latch, but based on the clock pulses. Now the question arises in our mind that we are talking about the clock pulses. Now why we require the clock pulses? It is used to move data from one side to the other side, or we can say that it provides the path from data is moved from left hand side to right hand side. Now you can see, when we are talking about the clock, then we have two types of circuit in terms of asynchronous sequential circuit and synchronous sequential circuit. So as you can see, the responding to the change occurring in the input signal at a circuit delay depends time point during their operation only. As you can see, means the output is changed depending on the input data at a time only. But when we are talking about a synchronous circuit, by adding the gating clock signal to the circuit. So whenever you are adding the clock in the circuit, your data will be moved, your data will be changed from left hand side to right hand side, and you can see the variation of the output. So the output will respond to the input level only during the active period of clock pulses. And I already told you, when we are talking about a synchronous based circuit, then ultimately what exactly we did, we work on a clock pulse based circuit. And then we're talking about the clock pulse based circuit, then ultimately we're talking about the periods in terms of the clock pulse. So when we're talking about the synchronous circuit, then we have to work on active clock pulses, or we can say that negative, means rising or falling edge. But if you're talking about the asynchronous based circuit, then we are not taking care of the clock pulse, either then it is rising or falling. Now NOR gate based concept, as you can see, if the clock is equal to 0, then the input signal have no influence about the circuit response. The output hold the current state. Okay, means if the clock pulse is 0, then there is no operation any perform at all. Means your output is in hold state. There is no variation on output side as well as input side. If clock is equal to 1, means if you provide the clock pulse, is that S and R input now permit to reach the SR latch, and the circuit is strictly level sensitive during the active clock pulses. Okay, so it is working on active clock pulses, but it can be work on active low base concept. So see, if you're talking about the clock pulses, that rather than you can work on active high or you can work on active low, it based on your application that you can choose it. Now, any change occurring in the S and R input level when the clock pulse level is equal to 1, means whenever the clock pulse goes too high, then you can see the variation on output side. This one is a diagram of the clock pulse based circuit using NOR gate SR gate. So as you can see, we are taking as usual circuit as a SR latch, but for the adding the clock pulse, we have to add the two input AND gate with a clock pulse gate, as you can see. The remaining 50% circuit is same as SR latch using NOR gate, right? But for the adding the clock, we have to add two input AND gate, and again we have to apply S and R, and we connect the clock pulse to the common terminal, and the output of the AND gate is derived over next SR latch circuit. And this one is the waveform that, as you can see, this one is your clock pulses, right? The clock pulses in terms of rising and falling. You apply the S, you apply the R over here. As you can see, when you are working on the active high base concept, when your clock pulse is high, when your S is equal to 1, then your output is equal to 1, as you can see. And it remains high until your next clock pulse goes to high, as you can see. From starting here, from here to here, your Q is equal to 1 because your S is equal to 1, and at the same time your clock pulse is high. So this one is a waveform diagram, or you can say that the waveform representations of a specific SR latch using NOR gate. It's a clock pulse. Similarly, as you can see, here the S is equal to 1, the clock pulse is still high, so Q goes to high until your value or next pulse goes to high. Okay, so still if you feel any doubt, then you can tell me in terms of clock SR base latch. So I hope that you are getting the idea about the different types of flip-flop. You are getting the idea about a NAND gate based SR latch and NOR gate based SR latch. Even you are getting the idea about JK flip-flop in terms of the NAND gate and NOR gate, and also we discuss about the master and slave. In terms of the practical application, it is used mostly of the handshaking based data concept, and also we are talking about the leverage based concept. Still, if you feel any doubt, then you can tell me and you can contact me on my email ID. So thank you for watching, and still if you have any doubt, then you can tell me. So thank you.